see the notes, by the way? I posted them.
No, I can't.
I don't, but I can hear you typing them.
All right. I think we are live with Beastly Thoughts live episode. Shit, I forgot.
116.
116.
What's going on, guys? Hey, I'm really excited to announce this new website. Got a hold of me through my DMs. They want to sponsor the show. It's called Gamble on Shit at BriarRabbit.net. I think it's going to be really exciting for us. I'm not affiliated with this at all. I'm just totally checking it out.
Though.
Here's how you do it, right? Is you go in and you give them money, and then you feel good about yourself afterward. It's really awesome. I really think it's an awesome service. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. And I definitely want you to go check it out. So, again, it is give me money at BriarRabbit.net.
Oh, shit.
Shots fired.
Wow. I just won $60.
Well, that's the thing. You don't actually win money. You win love, right? You win, you win positive self-esteem. And it's 100% win rate. 100% win rate.
And again, Briar, I heard, the URL did have Briar. Is that Briar Rabbit?
Oh, no, it's totally unaffiliated. I have no idea. That just a coincidence that they have my name in there.
And they
again,
you.
the website is called Win with Briar at, I swear to God, this is legit.net.
I'm checking it out right now.
Yeah, you definitely want to check it out, man. We're going to make a lot of people really happy with this. I mean, not that I'm affiliated with it, just something I heard about, somebody who got a hold of me.
Okay. Well, now it does say on the website at the very bottom left, owned and affiliated by Briar Rabbit.
Oh, that's not different. I don't know if you guys know this. There's like a folk musician, I think, called Briar Rabbit. It's
it's a black guy.
Yeah.
Somehow he must be involved. Wow. Well, you guys check out, what's the name of that URL again?
I'm pretty sure it's do awesome stuff with Briar online at thisiscompletelylegit.biz.
Man, that is an incredible website.
Right?
The
right?
URL keeps
Easy to remember.
It's...
Easy to remember.
Oh my God, man. For the people who don't know what Briar's talking about, there's been a little bit of news in the ether about YouTubers sending their subscribers to websites that are under the guise of anonymity, have nothing to do with the YouTuber, and the YouTuber ends up actually owning the website.
We have that in our news. Yep, we'll talk about it. So.
All that funny. So I'm happy to hear that you found a site that had nothing to do with you. And actually, it was 60 emotion points that I won, and I feel more emotional and much better about myself after winning.
You look better. I don't know. I think it's improved your complexion.
I can't stop smiling.
You look shinier to me. I don't know. You just look brighter.
2 out of 3 doctors say that lovebriar.givehimmoney.net does actually improve your complexion. 2 out of 3 doctors agree.
Wow.
Where did you find these doctors?
Dr. BR and Dr. Briar R.
Again, I have no monetary relationship with this website. Just something I found. Just something while I was browsing around. I'm like, hey, this looks kind of cool.
The title of the stream is wrong, by the way. We need to
I fixed it already.
It.
Refresh your browser. It'll be fixed.
Okay. Refresh everybody.
I love you guys. I had no fucking idea that was going to happen.
So we got a lot to talk about today. There's lots of news, but I want to hear about what you guys have been playing as well. Robbie, you want to kick it off with what you've been playing?
Absolutely. So this week, I'm sure everybody knows this, but a very, very special game became backwards compatible this week on the Xbox One.
Yeah, have you been playing it?
Yes, and that is Red Dead Redemption, and
nice.
Holy shit, I still love that game to death. I have played it like nonstop since it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Love that game so much. Like, just everything about it. The setting, the characters, the story, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful game. It's like a Western GTA, but there's so much more to it than that. Man, I love this game. It holds up so well.
It runs
really
well,
does.
too, on the Xbox One, right?
Yep. And
Did you still have your old copy or a disc copy?
No, I had to buy it again, but it's only like $7.50. Like, absolutely worth it.
Did you buy it online or at like a disc copy at like a retailer?
Bought it on the Xbox
store.
website.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's $7.50 if you buy a digital version?
Yeah, heavily discounted.
That's cool.
And you can get the Game of the Year edition as well for I think $10.50, which
Wow.
includes the Undead Nightmare, which is one of the best DLCs I've ever played.
I'm gonna
Fucking
pick
amazing.
this up because it's been forever
Me
since I
too.
played it, and like I was watching. Is it Digital Foundry who does like the frame rate stuff?
Yep.
Like they show how well a game runs, and it's supposedly it runs much better than it did on the original Xbox 360, which you'd think it would be like, yeah, no shit, it's much more powerful, but actually because of like hardware and software compatibility, isn't necessarily the case for all backward compatible games on the Xbox One.
Sure.
And
Alan
it
Wake.
runs really well. Like it really sticks to a consistent 30 frames per second, with small dips here and there. So yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying that, Robbie. You're having fun with it, huh? How far did you get?
Oh.
How many hours you put into it so far?
20, 25 hours in the last
Wow.
2 days.
It's been available since the 8th, and you've put in a full day.
Yeah, yesterday I played 8
Did you-
straight hours, I think, until the very end of the game, and I just love it so much, man.
Now,
Yeah.
You
you've been
guys don't know.
talking
Robbie
first-
goes hard. He goes hard.
I go ape
guys-
shit. Yeah.
The guys who watch the show have no idea about the changes that he's been making to his living arrangement. I heard that he was having a special toilet installed in his bedroom with a refrigerator on the side of it, so that he's able to do and he has a pillow on the back.
Have you ever
And a
seen
coffee machine
Idiocracy?
that
Have you ever seen Idiocracy with the guy's got like this big ass TV. He's got like a Barca lounger in front of the TV, and the thing has got a toilet in the middle of the Barca lounger and a fridge underneath.
Yeah.
You literally never have to move.
So, how much of that did you actually get installed, Robbie? Because I know it takes some real dedication to get 20 hours in within 48 hours of a game.
What do you mean installed?
Is the toilet in your room right now, or the refrigerator?
I thought you- game. Oh yeah, no. There's a full toilet. There's a coffee machine that also dispenses pizza, which is handy, and and Mountain Dew as well.
Awesome.
That is handy.
I had no clue that IKEA made this shit.
And there's a second switch for.
Are you
Doritos
telling
and
me I
Mountain Dew
can
as
get
well,
coffee
so-
and pizza in one machine?
Yep.
That's fantastic. I
Oh,
love
that's
it.
great, man. Living the life.
So, all right, so that's an old game, right? It's Xbox 360. It's been upgraded for Xbox One. Still look good? Still play good? Like,
I was surprised because I haven't played this game in about 6 years since it came out, maybe
That's
a little
been
after
6
that,
years.
and
Wow.
it holds up well. Like I'm
Yeah.
shocked how good it looks for a 6-year-old game running on a 360. Like it looks surprisingly really good.
great.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by it.
Nice.
So good.
What else you been
So
playing? That's it. Yeah,
just
I don't have time
random-
to play anything else.
Yeah, just Red Dead Redemption. No, I've also been playing Counter-Strike Go on PC because that's kind of my obsession lately, and it's a lot of fun. Even though people are ape shit at that game too, like holy crap, people are good at it. But it's a ton of fun, and yeah, I love it.
Nice. Beasley, what have you been up to?
Well, this week I've been slowly watching the country fall apart. So it's been a little hard for me to stay totally focused on gaming.
Y'all,
But it's been watching the world's worst presidential nominees and mass shootings. I did get a little bit of time to play a few games. I actually bought some indies on the PlayStation Store. I bought a game called Shantae, which is a 2D side scroller in the vein of games like Mega Man. And I've heard some pretty good things about this game. It's very similar to the 16-bit style of graphics and whatnot, but it is pretty difficult. It's kind of like the Mega Man series. I haven't really got into it. I played enough to make a few videos with it yesterday. I also played Get Out of Hell, which was available free through PlayStation Plus, which was the DLC. You know what I'm talking about, Robbie?
Yep, for Saints Row 4. A lot
Saints
of fun.
Row 4, and I never actually had the opportunity to play that. It's a very satanic game, which really caught me off guard. There's a lot of satanic shit going on, but you have some really awesome satanic powers in the game. I also got a chance to, for the first time, get into Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. I've been kind of going through my back catalog, and I've been doing lots of reviews, and I decided that this week, in the midst of the country falling apart and whatnot, that I would just take a few hours per day and just try something new. And I tried out Plants vs. Zombies, and to my complete amazement, the game is phenomenal.
Very fun.
Had no clue that it would translate so well from the traditional side-scroller original of Plants vs. Zombies into this third-person type of experience that you can play with other people. It's really been awesome. I also spent a few hours with my brothers playing some Last of Us, and I haven't played The Last of Us in a few months.
What?
And
No.
yes, I mean the country is falling apart, Robbie. But yeah, I haven't had a chance to play The Last of Us in a few months. Yeah, it definitely does. But I still am the man in that game, so it made me feel pretty good. And other than that, that's really about it. I've had a lot of fun playing these games, and I look forward to digging in deep this week and dedicating myself to doing another review. I'm actually going to do a video to let my subscribers decide which game I should play and complete next through my Xbox One and my PlayStation 4 library. It's going to be an awesome video. I also rendered 10 new videos last night.
Whoa,
so
damn.
It's been a busy week, but that has been my week.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Awesome.
I've obviously been playing a lot of Destiny. I did pick up Uncharted 4 again. I'm really digging Uncharted 4. I talked about that a lot last week, so I'm not going to get too into it. Today, or yesterday, I played a lot of Trials of Osiris, which I'm I'm in love with that game mode. I think that is going to be something that we see plucked out of Destiny and brought into other games. The way you can play competitively and kind of keep ramping up to tougher and tougher opponents as you go is just so genius. And the way there's loot rewards as you go, and the further you get, the better the loot you get. I just find that to be so addicting and so much fun. And having a small team of 3 players working together, it's just so much fun. So I'm really enjoying Trials of Osiris, even a year later. So Destiny, Uncharted 4, that's what I'm really kind of working on right now.
Awesome.
I also didn't mention that I have bought a few games recently, a few new games that one of them I haven't even had a chance to play. I did get Homefront Revolution, the Revolution. Haven't even seen the introduction to that, but I did.
Homefront 2? That's the second one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard it's really bad.
Yeah, well,
Hopefully it's all right.
Continuing with that trend, another game that I do own now, which maybe I shouldn't have owned, is the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games made by Platinum.
You got money burning a hole in your pocket? What's going on here?
Buying these shitty games?
You're making some pretty rough decisions here, Beasley.
These are some questionable purchases.
The thing is, right? This is my thing, right? I got the Turtles, even though I heard it was a bad game, just to see how bad it was. And now I own it, and I played like the first 20 minutes, and it's pretty true.
Have you ever heard of rental? This theory where you can rent a video game, pay like $4 or $5 for it, and you don't actually have to pay the full price of owning it, and you can experience the shittiness, but then you get to return the shittiness to a retailer near you.
Throw that shit right back.
I do understand the premise, right? But being the kind of gamer I am, if I do have a few extra bucks, I buy my wife all the G-strings she wants, and whatever's left, I get to spend.
G-strings, they are about as expensive as you expect them to be. With very little material, very little money, you can buy quite a few of them.
It looked like Santa Claus. I had a whole bag of them.
That is a weird picture in my mind right now.
That was back when the beard was really thick.
Festivus Santa Claus.
But I bought Quantum Break, and that was the game I really should have rented, to be totally honest. And I didn't rent it. And so after that, I was like, well, if I'm going to bite the bullet for this crappy shit, I might as well for Turtles. At least there was something about the Ninja Turtles that I actually liked in the past. And I actually did enjoy the first Homefront game. I thought it was a good game. I just thought it looked like shit. And so I still haven't played it. I've heard some people say it was a decent game. Some people say it was crap. So I'm not expecting it to be anything more than that. And when the time comes, I'll get around to playing it. But yeah, there are some games in there. I still haven't played Far Cry Primal, Briar. Not once. I think I played like 3 minutes to the tutorial. I shot a deer.
Playing The Witcher,
shot a deer,
right?
and I turned it off. So.
Oh, okay. You ended up playing The Witcher, right?
I played probably about 10 to 15. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I played, but I didn't beat it, right? I didn't beat it. I played about 10 to 15 hours, and then I started playing The Last of Us, and while I was doing that, my wife continued with The Witcher, and a few days later, she looked over at me and said, hey, bitch, I'm done with the game. And I was like, damn it.
Hey, bitch, I'm done with the game. Just like that.
Kate, guys, she doesn't play when it's time to beat a game. But, of course, she wouldn't call me a bitch. She knows I'm her bitch anyway.
Yeah, right?
It goes
marriage.
unsaid. But yeah, she beat the game, and I just never got around to it. And so that's actually one of the games I'm asking my subscribers if they'd like me to go back in, beat, and do an in-depth review. I'm hoping that they pick Metal Gear, and there's also a slew of games on my Xbox One that I haven't had a chance to play either. So that video will be up this week, and hopefully you guys do me better than you did with the fucking baby names.
Dick Triple. I think that was a pretty good name.
There were some good ones in there. I think there might have been some shenanigans in the voting process. I'm not going to lie to you. But like I did say, it was a binding contract.
With some
nothing
dickish
I can do about it.
Yes.
I got so many comments based on that video. People tell me, Beasley, have you tried, this name? Anal probe? I mean, I'm like, God damn it. What happened to just
I don't know,
Jacob
the King of
Jeremy?
Beastlow has a certain amount of flow to it, Like all caps,
that's
too. I
fine.
like the all caps.
Yeah. What if it's a girl, Briar?
I think we could make some small concession to the Queen of Beastlow, right?
Okay, I'll ride with that.
All right. Look, why you got to put everything like gender specific now? You don't know how that girl's gonna turn out. It's a brave new world out here, Beastly.
Could have the frame of a man. You don't know.
Well, she's gonna have a lot of trouble if she has the frame of a man and the actual tenderloins of a female. Okay,
She's taking Beastly, the Beastly name to a whole new level.
You got that right. Oh my God.
We got any news aside from Beastly's child's name? You got any new news?
No, we can just talk about Beastly's child. For
I'm happy to do it.
Okay, I didn't know about this news, but it does sound interesting. Footage of canceled Call of Duty Roman Wars emerges online. The game was in development in 2008 at Vicarious Visions, but never got past the prototype stage.
Did you guys see this?
No, I didn't hear about this.
So apparently back in 2008, this is when, just after Call of Duty 4, Call of Duty was starting to become really popular. Apparently, Activision was looking at their studios and trying to make them come up with a new idea for Call of Duty. So basically what people want is new, fresh ideas. And this is basically a Call of Duty game that is literally Rise, Son of Rome. Like, it's nothing like Call of Duty.
Oh,
it's a
I did hear about that.
game.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
So it's not even a first-person shooter?
No, it's a third-person action game set in ancient Rome. You have like your sword and shield. It's literally Rise, Son of Rome.
Wow.
And with the Call of Duty name on it. This was just what they pitched. And,
So they prototyped it, so there is a prototype somewhere.
Yeah, there's a prototype online. You can go look at the footage. Like, it definitely
kidding.
doesn't look like anything like Call of Duty. It's just create something crazy. Let's put the Call of Duty name on it, see if it'll work. Yeah, and apparently never got off the ground.
It's like a new first-person shooter coming out. It's called God of War.
Right? Yeah.
Basically, yes. It's like the other way around.
Whether or not these things work or not, in the end, it does benefit the gamer. There's a slew of people out there creating games, and they're using the deepest, sometimes darkest parts of their imagination to come up with something engaging.
Well,
and
balls
sometimes
deep in their imagination.
Balls deep. Sometimes it falls flat, but I won't even say for the most part. For the ones that do matter and the ones that do work, it sometimes changes the whole paradigm and opens up a whole new experience for the gamer. And so,
Call of Duty 4 was very much that game.
Yes,
Game changing.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so moving on past Call of Duty or Rise, Son of Rome Duty, a new patent suggested Sony could be creating an adapter for PC for use with the DualShock 4.
That would be cool.
Why would they need an adapter, though? It already plugs right into the PC.
Well, just so it's wireless, I think is the point.
A USB dongle?
But can't you already get it to work with Bluetooth,
I believe
with
you
software?
can.
Yeah, you can use software. Maybe
But
this
it's not
is just an
natively
easier
supported.
solution. Yeah, it's not.
This would be
it's
like
not.
natively supported this way.
So it'd be
whereas
like
right
a
now
game
it's
controller that you plug in. It'd be like probably a USB dongle. Is that what you're thinking? That
It's
you
a
plug
dongle,
in,
yeah.
and then,
Boom.
then it shows up in Windows and just has like support. That'd be great because I like the DualShock 4. I really want them to take a look at the durability of it, but
hopefully it'll last. Yeah, it won't just fall apart.
But that's cool, man. That's nice because I prefer the DualShock 4 over the Xbox One controller.
I don't know about that, Briar. I'm starting to. I think the winds are changing now. As far as when you first got the first PlayStation 4 controller out of the box versus the Xbox One controller out of the box, the feel of the PlayStation DualShock 4 is so good. It's like you should have been born with one in your hand, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I feel, sometimes it feels better to hold that than it does to pull out and piss. It feels so natural, okay?
All right.
But after a while, the DualShock 4 starts to kind of wear and the tear becomes evident.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel like it's less of a quality piece of hardware.
I completely agree. Yeah.
And so now, like when I play my Xbox One games on my PC, my Windows 10 PC, glorious. There's beautiful people on my Windows 10 PC. Hi, guys.
Hi.
It's PC Master Race. Hi. Yeah, I'm one too.
Whenever I'm playing games on this thing, I use my Xbox One controller, and in my mind, it just somehow makes more sense to me. I don't want that DualShock 4 that I have. It looks like it came out of a vampire's ass. All the buttons are all scraped away, and the analogs are half bitten off. Look like you threw it into a shark bed. And my Xbox One controllers still are just perfect. There's nothing wrong with them.
I still have my day one controller. It still works. It literally says day one on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it still works perfectly. I can't say the same about PlayStation controllers. Of course, I use them more. And, I had 360 controllers wear out, but it took a year to wear out, right? It took and that was constant play on Call of Duty.
Use.
Yeah, constant play. PlayStation 4 controllers can wear out much faster. Like they've gotten better since launch. They have gotten better since launch, but they still have issues.
I don't know, Brian. I have a PlayStation DualShock 4 controller in my living room, sitting right behind my Nathan Drake figure. It's white. You guys know I like them white. But this thing won't charge. It completely has no ability to charge. I haven't tried taking it back. The frustration just mounted.
I ran into that too. Fresh out of the box, it would not charge.
It won't charge.
And you know what I found out actually was the problem. Well, I don't know if I could say this. I switched out the USB cord that I was trying to charge it with, and it would charge.
I've
that
tried
USB cord was charging other controllers fine. So I don't know what the deal was with this USB cord and this one controller, but it did end up charging, and now I can use it. This blue one, I opened it up, and it just wouldn't charge. But when I switched out the cord, it did charge.
Okay, well, I'm going to try that, but I got to say, you did kind of scare me when you first came with the revelation that you knew what the problem was, because I know I paid my power bill. I thought you were going to say, first you got to make sure you got to...
What you got to do is pay the power bill.
What you guys got to do is save money and come to Canada. Make smart financial decisions, save your money, come up here. All of you.
Oh, man, I may just do that. I can't listen to 4 years of this. We're going to work hard for our American people, our champions.
Make America great again. Let's build a wall. No.
Robbie's fantastic. He's just fantastic. All right, so continuing on, man. Hey, that's a hard fight. You guys let us know in the comments. Who you with? Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton?
Please don't. Please don't even start that shit in my comments.
It's too late.
Let's not get into political discussions in the comments.
All right, so
I might just turn off comments.
Nintendo has filed several new patents for a new handheld device likely related to the upcoming NX console. Would you like to elaborate, my young Padawan?
That'd be me?
Yes.
Okay.
You ever seen Star Wars?
Well, basically, yes, I have.
All right, then.
I'd be shocked if there was someone who hadn't seen Star Wars, but...
Just do it.
Yeah, anyways, there's new images of, like, this weird one-screen device, kind of like the ones we saw before, where it was like the freeform thing. This must be NX related. It doesn't explicitly say it's for NX or upcoming hardware, but it definitely looks like it. I mean, it's similar to what we've seen before, but it's like an actual handheld. It looks pretty simple to me.
Nintendo is really frustrating me. They make more patents than they do make actual hardware. It's like 500 patents to one piece of hardware. We got a console that's supposed to be coming out in just a few months that no one's even seen.
Yeah, we haven't seen it, and it's coming out in 6 months? Like, we have to see this thing now. It's nuts.
It would seem that way, but I don't know what Nintendo's doing. Maybe they're like, we're going to drop this shit like a Beyonce album. Boom! And everybody just buys it.
You got to imagine that Nintendo's a little bit back on their heels, right? Is they were thinking they were going to come out with a new console that was going to be as powerful as the Xbox One and PS4. They were going to finally have parity, and as they're leading out to release this console, PS4 and Xbox One are like, check out this new shit.
Scorpio.
Yeah,
it's
Scorpio,
like, oh, shit.
Neo, and Nintendo's like, right?
I think you're right on the money with that. Yeah, I agree. I think that's what it is.
It has to be really, really scary. That's a really rough situation to be put in.
I think PlayStation. That's why we didn't hear about PlayStation, because they heard about the Scorpio, and they did not want to have the Scorpio and the Neo like kind of sharing the stage. That's scary. I think for everybody but Microsoft. Microsoft is like sitting pretty over there with that Scorpio coming out next year. And
well, I don't know, man. These announcements sometimes can backfire. I was reading an article yesterday. It's not in our news, but how Microsoft may have effectively killed their Xbox One sales.
Yeah.
Not because of the Scorpio revelation, but because of their Play Anywhere initiative. Now, the reason what they're saying is people who have Windows 10 PCs who are capable of playing these games that come out from Microsoft Studios games, they have literally no reason to buy an Xbox One at this point. And if they want a Scorpio, they can buy that, which basically negates any need for the Xbox One when you can play all their exclusives on PC.
Yeah, but that's great. That's great for Microsoft, and that's great for gamers. Just because they're not selling Xbox Ones doesn't mean that Microsoft's not making money, right? They're making money off the licensing. They're making money because the games are selling. Yeah,
software.
And it's given consumers a choice. Where do I want to play this game? Maybe I'm a big PC gamer. Maybe I don't have a lot of money for a PC. Maybe I prefer to play games on my couch. However you want to play it, that's great. I think it's a great campaign. I think it's gonna, in the long run, be great for Microsoft. Just because it may, I don't really think it's probably denting their sales either on the Xbox One. I think that's probably some pretty flaky math that they're doing if they're reporting that it is, because people who are going to be playing these games on PC anyway weren't going to buy an Xbox One, right? Yeah. Like PC gamers don't play console games. Well, that's not true. Some people play everything, but
this is what I think, right? I think that right now, if every exclusive from Microsoft and Sony was available on PC, there wouldn't be 40 million PS4s sold.
No, man, people can't afford high-end gaming PCs. That's the problem. But to get a high-end gaming PC, you got to spend a lot more money than you do on a PS4.
Oh, yeah.
Or an Xbox One. Like, a lot more.
It's a big investment.
But I believe that there's still some budget PCs out there. You can spend $500-$600 and you'll have a gaming PC, a PC that's capable of playing.
That's still double the price of a PS4.
Yeah.
It's still a PC, though. There's a lot more you can do with your PC.
It's not going to last you as long, though. I feel like you have to upgrade it sooner because it's just not going to be as capable for gaming.
Yeah, I don't want to see consoles go away. I'll be honest with you. I like buying into a console generation, installing a box in my living room or wherever it's going to be, and knowing that whatever game I buy for it is just going to work optimally. I don't have to worry about drivers. I don't have to worry about inputs. I don't have to worry about any of it. I can just start playing the game and relax. I was a PC gamer for a long time. Now I think PC gaming has evolved. It's gotten better than it was when I was doing a lot of it. But I found it infuriating to buy a game and then have to go online and try and figure out why can't I access the settings? Why is my mouse not working on this game? Why does the video, why is only the bottom half of the video showing up in Quake 3 Arena? Like what's going on with my video card, my motherboard? Why is it not working in my specific setup? With a PS4, I don't have to do that. I just slide in the disc or download it, and it just works because there's only one piece of hardware that this game was designed to run on, and I just run it. So I don't want to see. I'd like to see consoles get more powerful, but I don't love the idea of PC gaming because it's just a pain in the fucking ass. I don't want to upgrade graphics cards every year for $700. It's not the kind of thing. As a hobbyist, I remember enjoying that stuff. As an adult, I'd rather spend my time actually playing the game as opposed to upgrading my PC.
You'd rather play it than find the best way to play it.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with you there. I'm a console gamer to the core. I bought a gaming PC just for the option, right? Mm-hmm. But for me, it's still leaves that door open for people who may be into this thing for exclusives, who may be that person who's willing to buy a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One for a game like Bloodborne or Uncharted, right? Yeah. They hear about games like this that are amazing, and they're like, holy shit, I got to bite the bullet, I got to buy the console. But if Sony or was to release that on PC, it would remove that.
Sony's not going to do that though. Sony's is a totally different position than Microsoft is. So that Microsoft has the Windows 10 operating system. They want to promote their Windows 10 store, so they have all these different reasons to make these things cross compatible to release them on both. Sony has no reason to release them on PC. They're trying to sell a PlayStation 4. They're trying to build an ecosystem. They don't have a reason to do that. So
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I totally agree with you. I don't want to get those lines crossed.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is Microsoft's move, I believe honestly in my heart that it's very possible it could slow down sales for their hardware. Are they making money in other avenues? Absolutely. Are they going to focus more predominantly on the software aspect of gaming? Possibly. But when they make these consoles and they want to move these consoles, they're making the Xbox One S for a reason. But at the same time, they're saying, if you have a PC that's capable, you don't need to buy this thing. I think that it's counterproductive to the message. If they're making new consoles, but they're also making ways for people to play without the console.
No, they're just giving us more options. I don't think it's counterproductive at all. I like this move by Microsoft. I think it's very smart. Depending on how you want to play your games, they're giving you that option. I think that's really smart on Microsoft. I
think it is smart.
They're selling PCs. They're selling Windows 10. And if you don't want to play games on your PC, you don't feel like you're that kind of person, that's fine, man. We got the Scorpio coming out for you too, and you're gonna have a nearly PC experience in your living room that hooks up to your TV. That's great.
Ultimately, it's a win for Microsoft either way. But I always equate it for some reason to food. Figure that out. It would be like me opening my own restaurant, and I make the world like some of the best cakes in Georgia, and I got all these people coming in to buy these cakes because they can get them from me. And then after I make enough money, or I think I made enough money, I say, you know what? Now you can buy my recipe and go home, and you never have to come back and do it here. You can just
it's more like this. Now we're gonna franchise out the cakes. Now you're gonna be able to buy the cakes here and here and here and here. So now you're making double the money because you got the cake selling at your own restaurant, but you also got the cake selling at this restaurant, So all that money's still coming back to you, but now consumers have more places to buy the cakes.
So ultimately, I guess it's a gamble. Are we going to make more money on software, or is the hardware going to matter?
They always make money on software, right? You never make money on hardware. You make it on the software. You try and sell the hardware so that you have a bigger available base of customers who will buy the software. But you make your money off software licenses. Those little Xbox seals of approval, those little PlayStation seals of approval. That's how you make your money.
100%.
Yeah, but see, as a console gamer too, I just feel like the lack of an exclusive on a console ultimately, there's no need for it. I think that consoles on an exclusive level, they need to have something that you can only play on the console, even if it's one or two.
I don't see why. I don't understand how this hurts you, right? I don't understand how.
I never said it did.
Well, why do you want it to be a console exclusive then?
I believe as far as business goes, if they want their console business to thrive, they've got to give people a reason to go to the console. I'm talking about business.
If you're a console gamer, there is a reason. If you're a PC gamer, they're giving consumers an option. They're giving consumers the choice. They don't really care if the console sells or if Windows PC sells, right? That's
a bad message to me. That's a bad message.
I think you're just stuck in an old way of thinking then, because it
might be.
This is a net gain for consumers and for Microsoft.
And I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm always open to learn new things and try to evolve as a gamer every fucking day. But I just feel like if you make a console, you gotta put it all in on that console.
The important thing is it's still a Microsoft. It's still a Microsoft exclusive. That's the important thing, right? Is it's not going over to Sony. It's not going over to Mac, right? That's the important thing to Microsoft, is that you still got to buy Windows 10, or you still got to buy an Xbox to play this game, right? That's the important thing.
To be totally clear, I love it. I love the fact that I can play these games on my PC for the price of one game. To me, that's amazing. I love it, but it was kind of confusing to me, and I might be wrong. I probably am. I'm very seldom right about a lot of things, but I just felt like, if I'm making a console, I want you to get this console, and here are the reasons why you need to get it. because there's always going to be a fringe group of people who are always on the fence. There are people right now who do have PCs that are capable of playing PlayStation 4 and Xbox One quality games. And the fact that some of these Xbox One games are coming to PC now is going to negate the possibility of them buying an Xbox One. What if it was just one game that they wanted on the Xbox One and they were willing to buy the console for that?
But that's fucking great. That's great. That's the beauty of it. That's like the best part of it. Look, if I'm a PC gamer, I don't want to go buy an Xbox. I have no interest in buying an Xbox, right? I prefer to play games in front of my PC. Maybe even I have a PC hooked up to my TV in the living room, but that's how I like to play PCs. I like to, upgrade my graphics card. I like to kind of soup up my PC. I like to get the best possible frame rate. I like playing on PC. I don't want to buy an Xbox. I don't like using a controller. I like using mouse and keyboard, So that's great. It's great. You're still selling me the game that I want to play, but I don't have to go out and spend $300 on an Xbox One. That's amazing. It's a
really
win-win.
It's weird for me because from the consumer standpoint, I love it, right?
Yeah.
But from the business standpoint, it's just weird to me.
Well, you got to look at how they make money. They make money off the software sales.
Yeah. Absolutely. We love to hear what you guys think about this debate because, everybody's not going to agree. Everybody's not going to say the exact same thing. But I feel like there is room for a discussion here. So you guys let us know what you think in the comments below. Mr. Robbie Stoll. Yes, please.
No.
Yeah,
I was going to say. Screw off. I was going to add. I agree with both of you guys in several different points. I think I agree with you a little more, Briar, on the fact that Microsoft, they have this ecosystem, right? Like they want to build Xbox and PC. I think what they're doing is they're future-proofing that brand of where those two are going to sit together. So PC players and Xbox players play together. I think it is about the software sales, and it's a Microsoft exclusive. Like that's what's important for them. And I don't think people are going to be too upset, especially PC players. Like exactly, I don't think they're going to be upset about having their so-called exclusive also be on the Xbox One. I don't think that's a big deal. So, yeah.
All right, what's the next story?
Robbie, give it to us. Give it to us hard, Robbie.
I'll give it to you, baby. Yeah. Put it going balls deep. I'll give it to you. You ready?
Yeah, Brian. Me and Brian are doing it. Yeah. Bank and bounce. YouTubers T. Martin and Pro Syndicate have been involved in a betting scandal with a website they own called CSGO Lotto.
Really? I haven't heard.
May have heard about this.
I haven't heard of this.
Yeah, this is strange.
What?
Somehow it seems very, very familiar. Man, it's like I heard about this a half an hour ago, but it wasn't the same.
BriarGiveMeMoney.com. Yeah. Sounds like a similar.
No, Briar, give BriarMoney.biz is nothing like this at all.
Oh, give Briar money, not Briar give me money. Gotcha. So I don't earn money myself for being on your website. Okay, I'm sorry.
Send Briar to Vegas.gov is a completely completely different story.
How the fuck are you coming up with these websites? .gov? Oh, man.
Oh, man. Go ahead.
So, I'm not into the CSGO arena the way that you are, Robbie. I do know quite a bit about this story, but I'm sure that you'd probably be the best person suited to tell our viewers about it. So go ahead. Go. CS, go. Like, I guess Robbie said, I don't know.
So basically what happened was T-Martin. Yeah.
Robbie's lagging out a little bit, so I'm just gonna briefly talk about the story. Is that essentially there were a couple of actually three YouTubers, three very famous YouTubers.
Yeah.
Robbie, you're lagging out really bad. We can't understand you. You're just a robotic voice. If you could, maybe if you restart your connection, I'm not sure. Okay, so there's three famous YouTubers started a website. The website is basically you can gamble skins, which are worth money from CSGO, in kind of a lottery system. They promoted this website. They did not disclose that they owned it, and obviously caused a big controversy, right? I also think it's odd that they were using the website while they were making videos against users of the website. They were actually gambling on their own gambling website, which they controlled.
Yeah, they control. They can make themselves win.
Right. Yeah. So I think that was part of it, but pretty fucking shady. You know, like the whole situation is pretty fucking shady. And I would say this. If you're an up-and-coming YouTuber or Twitch streamer and you're thinking about doing a sponsorship, honesty is the best policy.
Absolutely.
Anytime you have an opportunity to make some money, honesty is the best policy here, right? It's like if you think that maybe your viewers would like to know about this, just let them know. Let them know.
You know, and that goes for anything as far as sponsorship. Sometimes companies will send you things to review, things to give away. Make sure you disclose all the information. What T. Martin and Pro Syndicate did here was totally it was the worst kind of scandal that you could do, being a YouTube personality or a Twitch streamer. The people who watch your videos rely on you to be truthful and honest with them. And breaking that bond and breaking that trust, honestly, will destroy your reputation fully on something that you've worked. And as far as T. Martin, I know he's been doing it for years to build. And then you turn around and you backstab so many people who've, you know, grown accustomed to supporting you by watching your videos. It's really unsavory.
It would appear that what they've done is illegal too. They're getting sued for sure, and it looks like the FCC may be looking in at it as well.
Yeah.
There are laws in place for YouTubers and Twitch streamers promoting things. You are supposed to
disclose it.
You are supposed to disclose if it's a paid advertisement. And I mean, this certainly is that. Holy shit. I don't know what these guys were thinking. I don't know what they were thinking.
Well, time will tell what happens here. You know, hopefully justice prevails. And for anyone who's been disenfranchised by this kind of swindling, people who've lost their money on this website, I'd be extremely pissed. And I'd be so mad at people who I honestly like. You know, if you're watching these guys' videos and you're believing them, going to a website that they're promoting on their YouTube channel. I remember the video that T-Mart did where he said, I just went and goofed around and made $60 like lickety split. That's going to send your viewers straight to that website.
Yeah.
And they're going to be, waging their own funds against a system that's rigged against them. So I guess time will tell.
What I found particularly appalling about this story, and I don't want to talk about it for too much. Yeah. I don't know these guys, but T. Martin did like an apology video, and he's in this fucking mansion. Like, I mean, it has got to be several $1 million house. I'm like, are you serious, dude? You might want to tone back on this a little bit.
I would have did it at fucking Walmart.
Right?
You get so big, it's hard for you to relate to the small guy.
Yeah, I guess
Time will tell, guys.
Yeah.
All right, so this might be exciting for people who don't know why they're excited for games. No Man's Sky has gone gold. Development on the game has finished, and it will launch for PlayStation 4 and PC on August 9th.
August 9th, baby! Man, that's less than a month away.
Yeah.
I am super hyped for this game. I don't even know why. I don't even know if I'm going to have any fun playing it.
Me too! It's so exciting!
I know.
This is exciting to be excited about things you have no idea you're excited about.
Well, okay, so when I first started playing Destiny, one of the most appealing things about the game was that I had no idea what I was going to confront in this game, right? I didn't know what kind of gear I was going to get. I didn't know where I would be going. It was all fresh, all brand new. This game looks like it's going to be very much that. It's like, I'm going to boot that game up. I don't know what my goal is. I don't know what I'm trying to get done. I don't know where I'm going to go. I'm hoping it's going to be fun, because if it is, it's going to be magnificent, man. Like, the tech involved in this,
The tech is the most amazing part of the game so far that I've heard, and that's really, I think, that the gateway that got everybody excited. Nothing like this has ever been, attempted before.
Yeah.
But from what I understood from a developer interview, is that the premise of the game is to get to the center of the galaxy.
Uh-huh.
You're actually on this long, drawn-out mission. You're going through heaven and hell to get to the center of the galaxy for, I don't know what's there. Maybe like the very first McDonald's. I don't know. But it sounds like it's going to be exciting. Hopefully it is. This is one of those situations where I haven't seen enough to really get me 100% in. But what I have seen is truly exciting to be able to run around on a fucking planet. I don't know if it's true or not that there's no multiplayer in this game. But if that's the case,
I thought the whole game was multiplayer.
I thought that there wasn't. Welcome back, Robbie. We froze you in time. Now, a quick question for you, because you might know definitively. Does No Man's Sky have multiplayer?
Well, of course, yeah. I mean, it's all about playing with friends and stuff like that and exploring planets, I believe.
Okay,
I don't
I
know if you'll
heard
be playing
something-
with friends. So here's how I understand it: is that the game is essentially a multiplayer game. Is that the universe you share, people who share their universe. But if I log in and Beastly logs in and Robbie logs in, we may never fucking see each other in this game. It's essentially a single player game played in a massively multiplayer world. But we may spawn in to the game and so far apart that we never get together.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. I thought your house was haunted, Robbie.
No, it's a cat.
Yeah. There's a lot of scary movies coming out this month. Okay, that makes the game a lot more exciting for me. I did not know that it was a multiplayer kind of experience. For me, the tech was so magnificent that I was thinking there's no way that they could somehow implement people into this. So that makes it a lot more exciting. I can't wait for August 9th now. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
And I'm looking forward to, exactly. Like, we don't even know much about this game still, and it's gone gold. Like, how does the multiplayer work? It could just be like Journey, maybe, where you randomly find people when you're traversing planets.
That's kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen, is you'll randomly see people. Maybe you'll decide to fight them. Maybe you'll decide to team up with them for a little bit.
Wow.
But
that's going
we don't know.
Hype, man. That's going to be some shit.
The thing I'm scared about, though, is there going to be enough of a gameplay hook? Is the actual gameplay going to be fun?
Yeah.
That's what I'm scared about.
Is it going to get boring? Like, you go to a couple planets and then they all look the same? Or is it going to be different enough? Is there going to be an incentive to keep going and finding resources? Like, what is the purpose here?
The thing is, the game is made by a virtual skeleton crew. It's like a very small group of people in this development team, and they've been able to build something so phenomenal. Whether or not this game, I hope the game has enough of a tail, has enough of a draw as far as the gameplay hook. But if it doesn't, this technology is going to be used in some very amazing ways in the future. It's going. I mean, whether this game breaks the world as far as the abilities and things you can do in it and how fun it is, remains to be seen. But the game itself and the technology that was created here will change gaming in the future.
Yeah.
So that's pretty exciting to me.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, hopefully, I can run into Briar. I remember from my Destiny days with Briar, you'd see him, he'd wave at you, then he'd proceed to punch you in the back of the head or shoot you for no reason.
Or drive into you with a sparrow and, knock you off the map.
I
do that to you, though, not going to lie.
If you get close to a ledge, Briar will walk over to you and just nudge you off and look down and start dancing. Hammer time, just remember the hammer time. Yes.
Yeah. I'll find you guys in No Man's Sky and kill you both and take your loot.
All right, sounds good. Well, it'll be nice to buy. It'll be nice to buy a game that I actually like. All right. So, before the launch of the Wii U, Nintendo had high hopes for the console, as one internal projection claimed that the Wii U would sell over 100 million units.
Yep, they thought it would follow the Wii, basically. And they were dead wrong. Like, didn't even come close.
At least we got to end the news on a very bright note. I feel like I just watched stand-up comedy here and that. They thought the Wii U was going to do 100 million units.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm giggling over those two. Like, wow, they were just so off.
How many did they sell? Like 6?
A tenth of that.
No, I think they're at like 13 million.
Yeah,
around there.
And they came out a year before the Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
So, for all intents and purposes, it's a huge fail that Nintendo did there. Hopefully, things turn around for them in the future. But
I hope so, man. I really do. I'd love to see Nintendo be a player again.
Me too.
We all would.
I swear, man. I mean, Briar, I know where you're coming from. I feel it deep in my heart. I know how you feel. I was there when, the day we went and bought Mario 3, and I was there when Mario 64 came out. I know what it's like. To see all these amazing games on Nintendo consoles and what they mean to people our age. And sure, Nintendo still makes great games, but they're just a shadow of their former self. I want to see them regain the crown because for many, many years, they were untouchable. There was, and since PlayStation and Xbox have made the scene, that's been less and less of the case. I hate to think that they were only great because it was only them, That's it's starting
I don't
to
know.
look more
I think it was.
like,
I think it was an issue of the leadership was different. The timing was different. The cost of making a high-end console was much cheaper. Super Nintendo launched at like $200, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was an amazing console. Like, it was just mind blowing.
One of the best of all time.
Yeah, it was like graphically though, like the hardware was mind blowing compared to what we had been playing with, and it launched at $200. Now it's like
Turbo. I'm trying to remember. Super Scope 6. That blew my mind. Oh my god.
I think
Do you
you're the
remember
only one.
I have no idea what that even is.
That was the
I might
bazooka,
be,
right?
Yeah, the big ass bazooka. You shoot the rockets.
Yeah.
And I was like, this has got to be the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it was new technology for the time. Of course, now it looks like holy shit. But back then, I mean, the fact of the matter was the Super Nintendo, which is for, as we know, a gaming console, a cartridge-based console, was somehow able to even do that,
But, what Nintendo has turned into is a game maker that just doesn't appeal to me anymore. They don't make products that I want anymore, right? It's like every once in a while they come out with like a Mario Maker that'll really, really get right to my like kind of nostalgia bone. Yeah, right. It's like they'll get right in there and start like.
Yeah.
But for the most part, when I see them make new games, they're just. They're just not appealing to me anymore.
I know
the way that the old
exactly
games were. Even if they have the same name on them, it's just not. It's just not the same. So I'd like them to first of all get third-party developers developing for their new console.
Absolutely.
I'd like their new console to be powerful, and I think it's not going to be. I think it's going to be on par with the PS4 and the Xbox One when the PS4 and the Xbox One are already moving on, right? And I think that's sad. So I don't know. I don't know what Nintendo can do. I can tell you this. I've been enjoying the shit out of Pokemon Go. So it's not like
everybody has.
Yeah, it's not like they don't have ideas. Pokemon Go, you don't have not enjoying it, Robbie?
It's not available in Canada yet.
Oh, there's no Pokemon in Canada?
They don't go up there. It's too fucking cold.
My Twitter feed is Pokemon Go all the time at this point.
Oh,
it's like
mine too.
everybody's talking about this game. And it's fun. My kids came home from camp. They immediately downloaded it. They went outside on their own.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Holy shit!
Getting kids to go outside? Whoa,
Right?
man.
I take a walk every morning, and I am now looking for Pokemon on my walk. Apparently, there's no fucking Pokemon in Connecticut. I don't know what's up with Connecticut.
Well, there's none in here either because the app isn't fucking available. So.
Right? So I've been, it's such a cool idea. It's like clearly Nintendo has more ideas. This wasn't actually developed by Nintendo, but it's like clearly these ideas are still there. Maybe Nintendo really does have to move away from their own platform and just become a software developer. I don't know. I don't really care which way they go. I just want them to be, I want that old creativity back that we used to see out of Nintendo.
I have to tell you guys, I honestly don't want Nintendo to make hardware anymore. I just want their games to be on PS4 and Xbox One. That's what I want. Like, I don't want to buy a Nintendo console for a couple games. I just don't.
That sounds good, but to me, that would just be different. Really, the only old school creator that's at Nintendo is Miyamoto. Everybody else is kind of new. They got new management, new leadership. Mm-hmm. But Briar said it's 100% true. When I hear games like Toad Treasure Tracker, Splatoon, when I hear these games, it's like, I just don't want to play them. It doesn't really appeal to me as I've grown old. See, I've grown old
Splatoon's
with
a fantastic
Nintendo.
Game.
Yeah, I know it is, but like just looking at it, it just doesn't appeal to me.
Mm-hmm.
I know I can play it. I've just been playing Plants vs. Zombies, so I know that it's probably a fun game. But when I see other games that appeal to me, I go to those faster. The thing that Nintendo has to understand is this. When it comes to this particular subject, we've all grown old with Nintendo, but Nintendo refused to grow old itself.
Yeah, there's no... They don't make content for like a mature gamer, right?
Yeah.
There's no God of War or Call of Duty coming out of Nintendo, right? There's nothing with more mature themes and thoughts. It's still very much, like this is about joy and this is about, like
family
very simplistic.
Fun.
Yeah. Which I can respect. And, my kids like Nintendo. They've moved on, even though they don't play their Wii U. They play Counter-Strike on PC. They've already moved off of Nintendo and they're not looking back.
Good choice.
Nintendo has got, and even with the younger generation, you just said it there. They're not able to retain anyone. Yeah. People are playing these games and then they say, "Okay, I'm done." It's kind of,
And
not
my
really
kids did not get
anymore.
hit as hard with Nintendo as I did when I was a kid. When I was a kid, it was prime time Nintendo.
All it was Nintendo.
Yeah, my kids, grew up in an era where there was some cool Nintendo stuff. Nintendo Super Mario Galaxy was amazing for them. Mm-hmm. But there was a lot of other stuff. Lego was big, all sorts of cool stuff. Nintendo does not have the same hold. Their characters do not have the same hold over them that Nintendo characters had on me when I was their age.
Yeah.
So I fear going forward that they're going to lose that and lose that and lose that until they just lose everything.
They've got to 100% change everything about the way they've been doing business. The only thing they need to keep is creating games that, first of all, work and games that are fun. Yeah. But they've got to open up new doors for people who are playing different types of games. There is a huge group of people out there who love nothing but first-person shooters. There are people out there who love different types of more mature content as far as playing video games. There's some people who enjoy shooting people or hitting people and seeing blood fly off their face. Yeah. Nintendo's got to understand, okay, these guys are fucking 40 now.
Yeah.
We can't keep throwing the Mario and Luigi at them for everything.
Yeah, if they could at least get third parties, if they could create a console that had parity power-wise to the other consoles, and they get third parties to come back to their console, at least what Robbie just said wouldn't necessarily apply. Robbie just said, I'm not going to buy a Nintendo console for just one or two games again. Yeah. And I don't want to do that either, Robbie. I completely fucking agree with you. I've done it too. I've definitely done it. I did it with the Wii. I did it with the Wii U. I think I fucking did it with the GameCube, to be honest with you, because I can't remember more than 3 or 4 games I played on the GameCube that I really enjoyed.
Exactly. I only have 2. I got Resident Evil 4 and Smash Brothers Melee. That's all I have. Years ago, I think I had many, many games. I got like 4 games on the Wii U. I think I got like 3 games on the Wii.
Yeah, my Wii U library is like Mario Kart 8, Smash Brothers. That's about it. Like,
this is a perfect example. Those consoles we just mentioned are a perfect example that Nintendo should have done what Microsoft's doing and brought these games to PC so people could save their damn money. We're spending more money on the consoles than we do for the games through the entire lifetime of the console.
Or if they would get away from this like niche little like console development thing where it's always got to be like it's got the movement controllers or it's got the tablet or whatever their little thing is, like that controller for the GameCube. If it was easier for companies to port games over, if they're developing for 3 consoles instead of just 2 and Nintendo was in there, then it'd be easier to make that decision. Yeah, I'm going to buy a Nintendo console because I'm going to get all the games I love from third parties like Destiny, like Call of Duty, but I'm also going to get the Nintendo stuff,
And I don't have to learn how to play it all over again. That's another thing about Nintendo consoles. When games, third parties are ported to Nintendo's consoles, you got to learn how to play it in a different way. You do.
Yeah.
You don't have the traditional means.
Yeah.
They're kind of awkward.
I see Carson saying some older Nintendo games still hold me, like Ocarina of Time and Super Mario 64. And I agree, Carson. It's the old stuff that holds me. It's the new stuff they can't. I've matured Nintendo games have not, and they don't have the same charm. I would say the only game on the Wii U that really stuck with me is Super Mario Maker, and that's because, again, it hits that nostalgia bone so hard.
And see, that's the game I haven't played on the Wii U that you keep telling me I got to get. The game on the Wii U that probably hit me the hardest isn't even Smash Brothers. It's Bayonetta 2 because it was just fun and something so different. Mm-hmm. And it just felt good on the console. But I know those experiences exist. But for me, they're just so few and far between. And I just don't see the value of buying these particular style of games when other more realistic and games that really appeal to me more exist on other consoles.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's my story, and I'm going to stick with it today.
That's my story. I'm sticking with it.
Kat, you are so bloody noisy. Just calm down. Jesus.
You don't know how to deal with pussy, man. All right.
I'm learning. All right.
You'll get it figured out.
I've had some experience, bitch.
That was a good one. Old man gaming. Old man gaming.
Damn right.
All right. Is that it? Is that all we got for this week?
That's it, man. That's it for the news
pussy.
this week.
Man, I got to learn how to do that.
Hey, Robbie, you must be a pimp, man, because the pussy just opens up the door behind you and comes in the room. Damn.
Yeah.
I'm doing the show. It stays away.
Like it, Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this one up before we have any more cat noises. All right, Beasley, what are you up to this week?
I'm going to be. I got a lot of videos going up. I'm going to be releasing a video asking my subscribers what game I need to be completing next. In the meantime, I haven't made any commitments. I'm going to play some more Cell Damage HD, which is a very fun game that my wife and I probably spent a good hour or two today playing. And I do want to play a little bit more Plants vs. Zombies. I haven't made any strong commitments. I don't think I want to play Turtles anymore. Just for the first 30 minutes, it pissed me off so bad. I'm not kidding, Briar. It was really that bad. It's horrible.
Yeah, I know. And I read the reviews.
Yeah.
Which came out like a month ago. Well before you purchased the game.
yeah. I stayed away from the reviews of the game, but I did hear, through little birdies that it wasn't that great, but I'm a huge fan of Platinum games, because Bayonetta 2 is my favorite game in 2014. So I was like, I love Turtles. I'm one of the original Turtles fans. I almost shit my pants when they actually made a Turtles movie. Domino's Pizza everywhere. I remember the feeling of that. And so I was like, can it really be that bad? I'm a huge Turtles fan. And I put the game in, and I was like, first of all, Leonardo is Raphael now? Yeah, they gave Leonardo Raphael's personality. I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then when you play the game, it is rinse and repeat bullshit.
At least you got a new Ninja Turtles movie to look forward to.
Oh, get out of here. I don't see that crap. That's even worse. Please. I don't want to talk about Michael Bay, okay?
We're all fucked, Beasley. We're all fucked.
America's just... I'm fucked too. You're fucked. We're fucked.
For the people who don't know, who didn't get the chance to see the pre-show,
Celine Dion and JC, we're fucked.
Briar and I are writing a new song called America, We're Fucked. And hopefully it gets picked up by Celine Dion with the little rap portions done by the great man Jay-Z. So
that's right.
We'll see what happens.
Robbie, what are you up to this week?
Probably back to work this week, and as soon as this podcast is over too, I'm going to go play more Red Dead Redemption because God, I miss that game so much.
It's such a good game.
I'm playing the shit out of it. Wonderful
it's such a good game.
Yeah, the shitty ending hits me right in the feels still. Like I just beat it last night. I was like, I was sad to see that again. I'm not going to spoil it for people who haven't played Red Dead Redemption because if this is your first time, absolutely go buy it. Like $7.50.
Jesus Christ,
you have to.
That's amazing. All right.
What are you going to do, Briar?
What's that? What am I going to be up to? I got to do a lot of Destiny. Tomorrow I'll be streaming in the afternoon. I pretty much just started streaming like every day in the afternoon during the week. And then on the weekends, kind of when I have time, because weekends are a little more busy for me.
I'll be there, Briar.
I got a Shard It or Keep It episode hopefully coming out early next week, which should be good. I think it's going to surprise people because I think it's going to come out of the blue. And that's basically it. Play a little more Uncharted 4. I'm looking forward to that.
You have more than one physical copy of Destiny?
I have Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Didn't you buy PlayStation 4's version twice? You gotta look.
I did. You know what I did? Because I bought a second PlayStation and I wanted to be able to play with my kids, who played once with me and never did again. So I bought I have the like disc copy and the digital copy, which I'm happy about because I just use the digital copy now all the time, so I don't have to go find the disc.
You can use a digital copy on both consoles, correct? You didn't need to buy the disc version. It's very, very easy to do. The console that you play on the most.
I couldn't play them together though.
Yes, you can.
Oh, really? Well, that's probably cheating.
No, it's not.
No? Okay.
No, it's not. Absolutely not. This is how some.
All right, that's gonna go. That's gonna do it. Before we get into piracy, we're going to.
It's Sony's game share. You're allowed to have two consoles, a primary and a secondary.
Oh, okay.
The primary is where everybody can sign in, and that's your primary system. But your secondary is the one only that you can sign in on.
See, I couldn't do it because we are all on the same live account. I can't remember the details of it.
If you want to find out how to do it, give me a call and I'll walk you through it. It's no piracy involved.
I sold the other PlayStation, so it's kind of a moot. Yeah, I sold the other PlayStation.
You're a mover and shaker there.
Let's just end before we get into more
piracy news today.
Yeah, more piracy. We don't want another CSGO bottle.
Did you go back to IRC? Get the fuck out of here. I heard that shit in years, IRC. Thank you guys so much for watching. We had so much fun doing this show. It's so awesome to be here. Thank you, everybody, for supporting this man on Twitch and on YouTube. And it's an honor and a privilege to be here every week with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you all.
All right, guys. See you later.
Bye, everybody.
Kuna Matata, bitches.